Okay, so this is a story that I would never believe would have happened and never thought I'd be making a video about, but there are reports coming out today that Meghan Markle is, quote, desperate to save Catherine, the Princess of Wales, during this whole edited Mother's Day photo situation, where Princess Catherine has come out and apologised after causing quite a controversy when she released this altered image, which personally I think is ridiculous, and I've said that many times now, but apparently Meghan Markle will likely be sympathetic towards the Princess of Wales as she's found herself caught up in a Photoshop scandal, according to a royal expert. Now, as we know, Meghan Markle will do anything for some attention and to get herself in the media spotlight, despite claiming to want privacy, so of course take this whole thing with a giant pinch of salt, but I thought it was very interesting to cover nonetheless. But I'll first go over a little bit of context if you hadn't heard about the Princess of Wales' situation, which I will cover now, and if you have, feel free to skip ahead in the video to get past that bit and hear about what Meghan Markle has come out saying. On this, essentially, Kensington Palace released an official photograph of Catherine, the Princess of Wales, with her three children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, for Mother's Day, with the photo being taken earlier in the week by Prince William. However, it was later pulled down from media websites and was issued, quote, kill notices after it was revealed that there were a few irregularities within the image, and these sites called this manipulation, but I wouldn't go quite that far, it's pretty dramatic really. But basically it seems like Catherine had made a few tweaks to the photo, wanting it to be perfect apparently, according to some inside sources. She wanted it to be a perfect family photo before being sent out to such a massive audience whose eyes were all on her, and it seems that the Palace press team just signed off on it without properly checking. And then of course this all exploded to quite a ridiculous degree really, and despite the picture being released to try and quell the rumours and speculation about Princess Catherine and her health complications, this only served to exacerbate the issue, with many people spreading theories online, for example wondering why the tree had leaves on it if it was taken in a kind of winter setting, why Catherine didn't seem to be wearing her wedding ring, and why the image was edited, despite the edits being pretty minor. I mean, they are just very small things like a misaligned line, blurring knees, or a misaligned sleeve with Princess Charlotte, things like that. And I mean, it's pretty clear as someone who regularly uses editing software that Catherine was experimenting with blur effects and trying to make the contrast lines between the background and the foreground, her and the children, a bit nicer, things like that. And then Catherine was essentially pressured by all of this nasty press into releasing a public apology soon afterwards. Indeed, in a statement on X, formerly Twitter, the princess said, quote, like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. I wanted to express my apologies for any confusion the family photograph we shared yesterday caused. I hope everyone celebrating had a very happy Mother's Day, and she signed off with C for Catherine. And I made a whole video recently, a couple of days ago, going through the Catherine Mother's Day photo situation in a bit more detail and giving my own thoughts on how ridiculous it is, basically. So make sure to check that out if you are interested in seeing more about that story. So royal expert Christopher Anderson believes that Meghan and Prince Harry will have been paying close attention to this quote-unquote photogate, and he says, quote, Meghan in particular must be incredibly conflicted about all the incoming heat Kate and the royals are taking, not to mention the way the palace continues to bungle things on a daily basis, and he told this to Fox News Digital. He then suggested that Meghan Markle will be quote-unquote sympathetic about all of the stress Kate is going through, adding that, quote, on the other hand, the palace media machine has never been more exposed for what it is, a complete mess. He also described the situation as a total disaster. He went on to say, quote, Meghan and Harry know what it's like to wake up and see those screaming tabloid headlines targeting them for one thing or another. His comments come, of course, as Harry and Meghan issued a statement on Kate's photo scandal, with Page 6 claiming sources close to the couple said, quote, this isn't a mistake Meghan would ever make. They added, if Harry and Meghan had ever encountered the same issue, they would have been annihilated. The same rules do not apply to both couples. However, a spokesperson for Meghan and Harry revealed they did not authorise the comments. Speaking to Newsweek, a spokesperson said, with respect to Page 6, that did not come from us, with the outlet also noting that Page 6 quotes might have come from someone connected to the Sussexes expressing their own personal opinion but it was not officially authorised to speak on their behalf. Right, so that was a lot of quotes from a lot of different sources, and now I'm going to let you know my opinion. So I think we should take this all with a very sceptical view. We should take this all with a very large pinch of salt, because of course it is very convenient for Meghan Markle when she's not the one being scrutinised. You know, she's trying to make herself look better basically by doing this. And of course the tabloid news does go quite extreme in a lot of ways regarding both sides of the whole situation. Meghan and Harry and the royal family, they just print whatever they know will get them views. But I do think the British public had some really legitimate and justifiable concerns and criticisms of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, you know, disrespecting the royal family, stepping back but still wanting all the benefits of being in the royal family, with the whole security court cases with Prince Harry, etc, etc. So there are some real justifiable reasons to dislike Meghan and Harry, and of course we are now seeing that tabloid rage and criticism focused on Princess Catherine, and is kind of blowing the whole thing way out of proportion into a dimension that I would never expect, and I don't think is at all warranted, to do with Catherine. I mean, the poor woman's recovering, she's tried to put out this perfect family photo, and she's completely been lambasted for it. So I want to know your guys' thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think Meghan Markle is genuine in this regard? Do you think she actually does believe that she needs to try and help Kate get out of this situation, or do you think she's putting on this facade? Of course, this is coming from royal experts. There's not been any official statement by Meghan Markle, but this is coming from apparent insiders, etc., speaking to the tabloids. So of course take it all with a pinch of salt, but if this were to hypothetically be correct, do you think Meghan Markle is kind of putting on this facade, or do you think she's being genuine? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. While you're down there, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Join my Patreon. I've just put up a new royal poll regarding this whole situation, so make sure you go and vote on that. The link's in the description for that. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Also, just an editor's note at the end of the video here from me. I am not quite sure what's happened to the audio in the second half of this video, so I just wanted to apologise. As I'm editing this, I've suddenly realised the contrast between the audio at the beginning of the video and in the second half, and it sounds a bit echoey, so I'm not really sure what's gone wrong there. I haven't changed my recording software or anything like that, so apologies for that. But if this audio that you're currently listening to has made it into the video, then I think I have fixed the problem. I'm not quite sure what went wrong there. It's probably just a corrupted file or something like that. So anyway, yes, sorry for that, but I will see you for tomorrow's video, and as always, thank you very much for watching.